My brother, sexiest man alive.
Hey.
Brixton from the new movie Hobbs and Shaw. We have a whole bunch to talk about today. Idris Elba is in the building.
Thank you. Nice to be here again.
Musician, newly married.
Yes, all of the stuff. What a year. I was talking earlier about what a year.
Hi, Idris.
Hey, what's up?
We were in the streets last night. We went to the advanced screening of Hobbs and Shaw.
With the toughest audience in the world,
it
ladies and
was
gentlemen.
because there was a lot of bloggers, and you know So when you come out, and I'm like, "Hey," they're like this. No, they're like this.
What's up?
And then I'm like, "All right, maybe they'll be excited for Idris Elba." Idris Elba's here. They're like,
"What's up?" There you go.
I go like this.
And you know what? I like to look people in their eyes.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm doing these things. So I saw a couple of people in the front. It was just real laid back, eyeballing me, listening to every single word.
They were into it. They just have a funny way of showing it.
That's okay, though. Keeping it real. That's what I love about New York. I miss New York for people who are very real.
Yeah. People love the movie, though.
Oh, yeah?
And people love you in the movie.
Oh, that's good.
They said you're a really good bad guy.
Oh, that's great.
What does that say about you?
That says that I have a dark side.
Do you? We've seen it in some movies before.
Some movies, yeah.
This is not the first time we've seen it.
I do play a couple of bad guys. I do.
Yo, Driss, how much am I allowed to talk about this phenomenal wedding? I can't talk about it at all?
You can talk about it.
It was incredible.
Hey.
I was there, ladies and gentlemen.
You were indeed.
Sabrina's here in the room. She's being off camera.
Shout out. Shout out.
Let me tell you something. This was, and I've told you this, this was the most beautiful wedding I've ever seen in my life.
What?
100. Are you surprised by that statement?
I am, definitely. You've been to some beautiful weddings.
I've been to some beautiful weddings. I've been to lovely weddings. I've been to quaint weddings. I've been to dramatic weddings. But what I loved about yours is a couple of things. Number one, just the beauty of it. We're in Marrakesh, and you spared no expense. There were camels on the first night when we arrived. There were
camels, yes.
I don't even know what to wear to the camel party. But there was many outfits because you had many different phases of things. Yes. There was DeVito performed at the main event.
He did. He stole the show, actually.
He actually killed it.
He did killed it.
You got on stage. Yeah. So these are some of my highlights. And then there was this moment where Sabrina's family did this ceremony.
Yes. It's a Somali ceremony. I can't remember what it's called. What's it called, babe? Brambo. It's called Brambo.
Are you saying it correctly?
Say it one more time.
Burambo.
Say it in the mic, Sabrina, because he's jacking it up.
Brambo.
And it was lovely.
It was beautiful, actually. I didn't know what to expect. Actually, she kept that part away from me and said, "No, I want you to just experience with everybody else." And it was beautiful, right?
So it's like the women of the family. I'm guessing this is just what I received from it. I don't know if this is the technical, traditional explanation of it, but it's them giving their blessings, right? Is this right?
Yeah.
So the patriarch, the grandmother, the moms, the cousins, the friends, and they all come out and they're all in white.
That's right.
And I've never seen anything like that.
And they have this woman that will sing. And as she's singing, she's talking about you, but she's like freestyling it. She's like,
incredible.
Idris, he comes from this kind of family, and he has 25 cows, and he has like, right on my line. And she's telling the people what it is.
And why is everyone in her family beautiful? What is that? What is that about? Somalian women, I think in general, there's a beauty, right?
Yes, Somali women are definitely beautiful.
But I remember looking out at them and thinking, it's like one is more beautiful than the next one. It's insane.
No, thank you for saying that. You were there. It was great to have you and Oda and my entire family and work network was all in one place.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nerve-wracking because I was thinking, is everyone going to get on? And they did.
What do you think we're going to do? Beef with each other at this momentous, beautiful moment?
But I've never had everyone in one space. You know what I mean? It was kind of daunting. It really was, actually.
You DJ'd some of your own after parties.
A little bit.
You couldn't help it anyway. Even if she didn't want you to, you were going to.
By the way, Sabrina actually DJ'd. She had Maya Jam as a radio presenter in London, and Maya and Sabrina had a one-on-one.
They had a little moment.
It was good.
Yeah, it was amazing. How do you feel, though? No, do you feel different?
I kind of feel settled into my marriage. Sabrina and I have been together 3 years, so the wedding and the marriage doesn't feel too much of an ajar. It's not like brand new.
Right.
It feels like, we're just continuing on the course. But I definitely feel settled, I'm getting used to the idea of being, I'm married, I'm a married man, and people talk about it. I'm used to that. I feel like people say that since I've been married that people get a little more closer to me. Do you know what I mean?
I see that. And I saw you said that, I think, was it in the Vogue article?
Yes.
Where you said that she brings you closer to your friends. And as your friend, I see that.
Yeah,
like you came to the house and we barbecued like on a regular Sunday, and we never see you like that.
Do that. No.
We never do that.
I
and I
know.
credit Sabrina for bringing that into your life.
It's normality is what it is. It's like, listen,
it's so important.
Yeah, smell the air, breathe a little bit. I mean, when you're working, and I'm a hustler, when you're working, all you do is just, you're on that train, you're on that ride, you're just moving. So I feel different in the sense that I'm closer to my family and friends. I'm celebrating love. I feel a lot more sort of responsible for my decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to make decisions that are going to affect Sabrina and myself and our family. So yeah.
It's not just you out here in
It
the
isn't.
streets.
I'm not on these streets anymore by myself with my cape and just bombing through the sky. And I got Sabrina with me, you know what I'm saying? So.
And then is it weird when you kind of combine, like, because you're this big persona and you're sexiest man alive and women have always loved you. I don't know, does that even, how does she deal with that? How do you both deal with that? Did you worry about that affecting your career in any weird way? I don't know if that's a strange question, but it's a real thing.
I didn't actually think about that, actually. I really didn't think about that. I mean, I have a very big loyal female fan base, and I love you all and still do. And I don't think that's actually changed.
You just can't be together anymore.
You just can't slip into my DMs like that. No, but, it's actually, so heartwarming to have. I've had fans that have been there since The Wire. And they were sending me, messages, just saying, hey, man, happy to see you, you look happy, all this stuff. I must have looked real grumpy before. I must have been
You had your moments. You had your grumpy moments.
I must have been.
No.
But no, it hasn't.
But you do have you seem lighter and just more comfortable and free.
Yeah. So I still rock the whole sexy man thing. I try to do my thing, but
all right.
Respectfully.
Yeah, of course.
Respectfully.
Of course. You killed Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah?
That was fun.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
It's crazy to me that it took this long in your career to
do Saturday Night.
Yeah. What was that about?
Well, like Angie and I had dinner last night and we were talking about it. She says, you're a movie star. I was like, I'm not a movie star.
That's crazy to me.
I don't consider myself a movie star, and I feel now I'm getting into a lane where perhaps that is a possibility.
That was so. I thought maybe you had a couple too many drinks when we were having that discussion yesterday. But you are. I felt like that for years. People feel like that for years and look at you that way. Yeah. I feel like you're elite too. You're not just another movie star.
You know what? I think it's because I'm part of the business, and the business. You have movie stars and you have popular actors.
Like, who's a movie star to you?
A movie star is Dwayne Johnson for sure. A movie star.
You have way more and many years and cultural moments under your belt than.
Yeah.
No disrespect to him, but
no. Yeah, and that's a really good observation. But there's a difference. Movie star, he can open a movie around the world, and it doesn't matter whether he's been in 16,000 Shakespeare plays or not. He can
fair enough
sell a ticket. Mm-hmm. My career has been very, very widespread, lots of different things, and I'm supposed to be a respected actor. But that actual component, which goes, I'm going to go to Australia and I'm going to open this movie big. That's like a very, it's like 3% of all actors. And I don't think I'm there yet.
Is that something you aspire to be then, or you don't?
It's interesting because I used to want to be that. I wanted to be the biggest movie star in the world and the best actor in the world. But it's changed, as I'm getting older. Movie star comes with a lot of different things. It means that I'm not allowed as a movie star to do something really obscure over on the left.
You would not be happy in that lane.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a lot. I mean, Dwayne is incredible because he has the personality type. He appeals to so many different cultures, interestingly enough. And I think he can do that. I don't know about me. I'm a little too.
Well, you're
I'm a little too hood.
You're a little too hood.
A little hood.
But also, I think because you take acting as a craft so seriously, you probably pick your roles a little different than somebody who was just trying to open it. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I think as a craft, I'm sort of I don't like to stay in one lane. I'll do an action movie and then I want to do something else.
Right. Well, speaking of The Rock. Well, is it weird that I still call him The Rock? Am I supposed to call him Dwayne because you keep saying Dwayne?
Yeah, it's like first name basis. I don't know.
Oh, all right. That's your boy.
That's my guy. We call him DJ. I don't call him DJ.
Can we FaceTime him now?
We could try.
No, it's okay.
You want to try?
We can try. Let's try.
We're on a promo. Let's see what's going on. Man. Let's see if he.
Let's try.
Let's see if he picks up.
Let's see.
He's probably
I want to see. Let's see how close you really are.
He's in.
Let's see if you're really that close.
Really?
Because it takes a certain level of friendship to pick up a FaceTime that is not previously planned or scheduled.
This might go very wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Please excuse me if it does.
No answer.
DJ!
What?
Listen, bro. Pardon the intrusion, but I'm in the middle of Angie Martinez's show, and she.
Martinez, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
And she dared me to call you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He says you guys are very close. I didn't know. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure how close. I said if you're really close, he would pick up because it's rare you pick up for somebody that you're not that close with. Right?
Especially when they're FaceTiming.
FaceTiming! And there you are! And you picked up.
So I assume then Idris is saying a lot of nice things about me, saying how brilliant I was to work with and how impressed he was with me.
He said you were a bit of an asshole on set.
I did say he was an asshole. I'm sorry. I did say that.
I
didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. But what he did say, I'm curious to see what you think about this. He said that he doesn't think that he's a movie star, but that you are a bona fide movie star, but doesn't consider himself a movie star. Is that nuts?
It's nuts, but I'm not surprised. That's Idris's humility. But so I will tell you this, and I told him this to his face. I think he's one of the biggest movie stars in the world, and I think he has a very unique charisma and a very one-of-a-kind attraction. Which, by the way, it's why it's like my personal goal was to make Idris the baddest bad guy the Fast and Furious franchise has ever seen. And I told him this too. I said, you're going to be even a bigger star than you already are, by the way. The guy can act 10 feet tall. He's incredibly gifted. He's very humble, especially when he's
man.
And on top of that, hold on, this is very important. He's the second sexiest man alive.
Okay. This Wi-Fi is not that great in there. Hold up. I've been losing you, bro.
You're amazing. Congratulations on everything. We'll be there. We'll be at the theaters on Friday.
Thank you, Angie. I appreciate it.
Hey, love you, boy. Thank you for being here. See you later.
All right, brother.
I mean, come on.
All right.
He's
See,
really
why'd you
your
make
friend.
me do that? Why did you make me do that?
He's really your friend.
I'm sweating over it, just in case he didn't pick up.
What could have gone wrong there?
Exactly.
What could have gone wrong with that? That's amazing.
No, I mean, I think he has, what I like about Dwayne is that he really believes everything he says and gets it done. So his perception of me, he put me in a movie. He's a producer, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to put Idris in it because I think he's a movie star. He believes that.
Yeah.
You know, he and I might have opposing, points of view.
Yeah.
But he really does believe that. So, I'm like very thankful to be in the franchise.
I can't wait to see it. So do you feel like there's going to be 100 of them after this? Like Hobbs and Shaw 4, 6, 8?
I mean, I think it's going to take on the Marvel blueprint. It's kind of like, how do we take characters? How do we have a universe?
Yeah.
How do we have that end game moment?
Yeah.
I think, Fast and the Furious, out of all the franchises, has that capability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Super dope. What do you think about the woman 007? Black female 007.
Well, now this is the thing. I mean, I haven't. I've been on a carpet a couple of times. People ask me. I don't know if this is a fact.
We don't know if this is a fact. It was presented as if it was. It was on the internet. It was on the internet.
Come on. It was on the what? I mean.
So we don't know if this is a fact. If it is a fact.
If it is a fact, first of all, congratulations. Her name's Lashana, right?
Yes, Lashana. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Lashana. Let's give her a round of applause because.
By the way, congratulations either way, because even if it's not true, you have managed to create all of this conversation.
Well, me? You think?
No, her.
Oh,
congratulations
her.
to her. Yes.
So congratulations to you, Lashana. Congratulations to the producers of the Bond franchise. That is a very brave, bold move.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like, I salute that 100%.
Because people were obviously for a very long time asking you about this, and there was all the rumors and all of that. And the strangest thing about that is even the notion of it would piss anybody off.
Yep. I mean,
we know it's out there in the world, but sometimes when you see it, it's just like...
It's crazy. But I was saying it for years, you know. People would be like, do you think you could be the Bond? I'm like, listen, it's never going to happen. And they'd be like, but why? And, you know, you only have to really check out the demographic of people that don't want it to happen. They're based on probably the biggest markets where James Bond is biggest. Asian market, you know, some of the Eastern Bloc, the European market. They're not going to have that. They're just not going to be able to accept, you know, any other type of ethnicity or perhaps gender than what has always been presented as Bond. And that's the hard facts of economics if you're a film producer. It's like, wait a second. Okay, so if we change the guy, let's change that. Yep, let's make him a woman. Oh, yeah, that's cool, sir, but you'd only sell a quarter of your tickets. Really?
Right.
And if we keep him as he is, what is he going to look like? You know,
do you think those facts are still true? Those you don't know. Yeah,
man, for real.
Oh
like, I'm just being honest, you know. And that's okay. It's a big franchise, you know, and it's one that has been around for 25 years, if not more.
Yeah.
You know, it's a big jump to do that.
You got your own franchise now, sir.
Brixton Law, baby. Brixton Law.
Okay, Idris, your music is in the movie.
Yeah.
Boasty is doing quite well. They came in here, I don't know, a while back and was like, Boasty's like the number, I don't know, do you remember what the quote was? It was like something, it was like the top of the Shazam.
Shazam is like number 5 in New York.
Thank you, number 5 in New York for Shazam.
Boys over there like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Boasty.
Yeah, Boasty. How about that? That was like the little train that became a bullet.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's moving. So the music is happening still.
Yes.
You're very passionate about it.
You know that.
I know that. We've always had the conversations about it.
Yeah.
But it feels like I feel like it's moving a little bit now. Now it's like you had the song. I Steal You in the studio with Timbaland.
Yes. There's definitely a real sort of, you know, turning the page. You know, I've turned the page a little bit. You know, I've always gone for the long haul, you know what I'm saying? I've always said I want to do music as well as being an actor. And I don't expect people to accept that overnight. So it's been the long meandering, you know, sort of journey towards it.
But where do you want it to land? Do you want to be this incredible movie star who has a decent music career? Or do you want to be, like, where is the goal? What is the vision for the music career?
Listen, if I'm really honest, and this is not to sound arrogant, but, you know, being multifaceted is now a thing,
right?
Okay? The days where, you know, you're just a radio voice have gone. You are now filming this interview. You were one of the earliest people to do it.
I have television on the way.
Exactly.
I also tried dabbled in music a little bit.
You did as well, you know, but, you know, that trend is made by jet setters like yourself. Where do I want it to end? I would just like to be considered a great sort of multifaceted artist. Mm-hmm. Acting is part of my resume of things to do. You know, we spoke about Childish Gambino yesterday, Mr. Glover, and I just feel like he is, you know, he personifies that.
Yeah.
He's a fantastic artist, not only just a rapper, but he'll sing some blues and R&B.
He's an artist.
He's an artist 100% of the time. So I love that. That's where I want to end up. I have a list
here, Idris.
What is it?
This is a list of people who have started in one career and crossed over to music. Our Glover friend is one of them. Curious to get your take on some of these.
Okay.
Jamie Foxx.
Probably one of the best that ever did it.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. He's an amazing actor and he's an incredible musician.
Eddie Murphy.
Now, Eddie is, now check this out. Eddie is a very talented musician.
Okay.
I just feel that the songs that he aimed towards would sort of support his comedic style.
Party all the time.
You know.
On a playlist? Probably not.
Well, no, but you DJ that, you play that at a party, it's going off.
It's going down. It's going down. Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. See, Terrence, now, I'm going to break this down for you. Terrence's sort of entry point into music was just way too amazing. He is an incredible guitarist and he can sing, but he suddenly came out of a massive album and no one was really ready to accept it yet. You know, I think that if he had taken his time a little bit, what's that film he did when he was playing a rapper? He was playing a rapper.
Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow, you know.
Yeah, Hustle and
I think
Flow.
people were like, wow, you got some flow. You know what I mean? They realized, you know, he should have dropped the seeds that way.
Timing. You know who had a very successful album?
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Really?
With the Fushniks? True Fushnik?
Oh, of course.
This was
yes,
a platinum
yes.
album, Idris.
Yes, sorry. But he also had that record with Biggie as well.
He did,
You
but
can't stop the rain.
But hear me what I'm telling you. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq, had a platinum album.
Yes, I do know this. And he can spit. He's a very good...
It's debatable.
No, he can spit.
Is he?
Yeah, he can flow. He can flow for sure.
Okay.
I had actually heard him recently on something new. Where he did
No way.
Yeah, he did a 16 on something.
Nick Cannon also dabbled.
Nick Cannon was an amazing crossover artist.
Yeah.
You know, he did big pop numbers as well.
Gigolo. Wasn't that the name of his song?
Oh, it was.
You were like,
I thought that was an artist. I thought that was an artist. Gigolo. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Big up, Big Red.
So you're not alone.
I'm not alone in what?
They are there for you.
Oh, I see. Okay. But Angie,
You were not
why,
alone.
you did this too.
I dabbled. I did. It
You
was
didn't
very
dabble. You had a big record.
I did. I had a top 10 record. I really
You
did.
did.
I really did. And I've just realized because people keep putting it in my comments. I guess my music is not on iTunes, which I never really paid attention to.
You got some
And there are some
streaming
people
numbers.
in my comments that are really annoyed about it.
No, you got some streaming. Did you put out an album or did you have like?
Excuse
just a
me,
couple of
sir.
songs?
2 albums.
2 albums.
Up Close
yes.
and Personal and Animal House.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know where you were.
Listen. I forgot about the second album. I remember the first album.
And they gave me so much shit for it. Is
Who
what I'm
did?
saying. Everybody at the time.
Man.
Now in retrospect, it doesn't really matter. But when you're making that transition, no, everybody wants it to not be a comfortable thing.
You were ahead of the game, and people that are giving you shit were just map. You know, just hating.
Yeah.
You were ahead of the game. You know,
Well,
and
that's
I think that a lot of actors that you like, Kid Cudi can act really well.
Yeah, he's decent. Yeah,
He's a decent actor,
Yeah,
and he's a great musician. You know, there is a lot of actors that can do other things. It's great.
totally agree.
Good time to be alive.
You know who's a good actor? Rapper actor, Big Boi.
Big Boy is great, actually.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
I like him.
Like
I like
Sticky
him.
Fingers. Sticky Fingers.
Sticky
was an amazing
Fingers.
actor. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Look at you giving it up. What are you doing with Timbaland?
So wow, Timbaland. That was just like an incredible moment of, you know, he heard Boasty, and I signed a publishing deal, and the publishers and Tim and I are in the same publishers. Okay, now I didn't know this. They sent me a batch of beats, and one of these beats, which I immediately shined to, was a Timbaland beat, but it didn't say it was Timbaland. It was just a batch
you didn't
of
know
beats.
who it was.
I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
I did this demo and sent it back to the thing, and they were like, "Yo, Timbaland loves it." I was like, "Well, what?
Why did Timbaland hear
Why
it?
is Timbaland listening to this? Timbaland made that beat." I was like, "What?" So then Timbaland and I got on the phone. He came down to the LA premiere, and we sat down, we chopped it up, and then we ended up in the studio.
That must have been a dope experience.
Crazy was that?
The video I saw, there's a clip of it. We'll put it up on the site too. But the clip of that video looked like wish we were all there. It looked like a good time.
I wish people could have seen that because it was a genuine moment of 2 artists coming together. I didn't know what to expect from Timbaland, and he didn't know. I do know what to expect from him, but I didn't know what he was going to expect from me. You know, whether I was going to spit bars or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I was madly intimidated by, you know, his legacy as an artist, and we really got on. And you know, he did an amazing thing where
He's
we
a
just
legend.
we made beats in the room, which was incredible.
So dope.
Yeah.
I have to ask you about this on another topic. We were talking about his name is gonna blank me. Oh my God.
Who is it? Rapper, actor.
The movie Get Out. Daniel
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Yes.
Also, do I have it in here? Also, Snowfall.
Damson Idris.
Yes.
Okay.
2 black actors from the UK.
Yes.
Some people have said, including Samuel L. Jackson, which was really weird to me,
Yes.
that they shouldn't be playing Black American because they're Black British. And
Yeah.
and you as the king of the space, who nobody knew you were even from the UK for many seasons of The Wire.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
In truth, I'm hugely disappointed.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I'm hugely disappointed that there are some people that feel that they need to voice that. I mean, you know, in a world where we are divided, how do you find further division? How can you like think that deeply into someone that's being paid to be an actor, to pretend to be a character that doesn't actually exist, comes from someone's imagination. You're going to dog on them because they're not actually from the place to be. Most actors are not from where they are.
Right.
Their characters are playing.
Nobody from Game of Thrones was really from any of those places.
No, really? What about that real country, that planet, Kryptonite? Oh my God, what about the people on Kryptonite?
Right.
They must be losing their minds.
Yeah. But is there any truth to the fact that actors from the UK or black actors from the UK get paid less than American actors? Because I think it was maybe Spike said that, or there was, I don't want to put
Samuel
it.
said that.
Was it Samuel? Yeah.
Samuel said that. No, I don't think there's any truth to that. You know what I mean? Because in this day and age, you know, pay equality is very huge. So you're never going to be able to get away with saying, "Oh, you're English?
Right.
You're English black. I could pay you a bit less." It doesn't even make sense. You know what it is? It's xenophobia. Mm-hmm. It's xenophobia, and xenophobia has destroyed black communities for a long time. It's destroyed cultures. Mm-hmm. We're talking about, you know, the type of xenophobia that will put caste systems into place. Mm-hmm. You know, like there are people online talking about English actors shouldn't be playing Americans. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's embarrassing. They sound so unintelligent and shouldn't do that. It's like, come on, man, we're all black.
And
we're all fighting for the same role.
It's already an uphill battle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
come on, man, put that down. That's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's just heartbreaking.
Do you ever reach out when something like that happens in the community for counsel or for guidance? Or?
Well, you know, to be fair, you know, when Samuel made this statement in the paper and everything, I reached out to Samuel and I gave him my point of view, and I was like, you know, for someone who is so revered by all actors, you know, it's a disappointing thing to hear you say that. And he actually said to me, you know, Idris, I take that back, actually. I think you're right. You know, he did. You know, had to hands up to him for just admitting that it just felt a bit shallow to do that, especially when you're Samuel Jackson, you know? Everyone looks up to you and you've played a range of roles.
Yeah.
You know, so...
sometimes you have feelings about things and then say them publicly and it becomes a whole other animal.
This is very true. Yeah.
But I respect him so much for having that conversation.
Yeah, I actually, you know, he wasn't aggressive with me. He was very much like, hey, Idris, I'll take your point of view, and actually, you know, I might reposition my thoughts on that. Because he knows more than anything that the struggles of any actor is just, it's terrible. It's like most actors, 80% of actors do not work. So then to say, hey, you're not from America, so therefore you cannot audition over here, which is the land of movie making, is like, what?
Yeah.
You're joking.
So did you guys make nice and make friends after that?
Nah, that's my guy.
Okay.
I love Samuel Jackson. That's my guy. You know, and even if he didn't reposition himself, he would still be my guy.
Yeah. He's still entitled to his opinion,
exactly.
even if it's wrong.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You know,
even if it's wrong.
Just would never be allowed to come back to the country. You know?
Yes. All right. So everybody's gonna go see the movie on Friday.
Boom.
What should we know about it? Anything? I don't know.
Listen, it is definitely part of the... If you love Fast and Furious, you love cars, you love action, this is definitely up your street. It is definitely a spin-off. And it has its own temperature, own vibe to it. I'm very proud of it. I play half man, half robot. I get to kick DJ's ass.
I should have asked him that.
That's why he picked up.
Yeah.
He knew what was coming.
He didn't want no smoke.
I called you on FaceTime, man. Why'd you do that? I didn't pick up. What did I tell you about that?
He didn't want no smoke.
He didn't want smoke. But yeah, no, and it's surprisingly funny. The movie is surprisingly funny.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, everybody go see it Friday. Music. What do we leave it with any thing to look out for? We're gonna hear this Timbaland music soon, or
no? I mean, the Timbaland record is definitely coming. You know what I mean? I had this debate in my head. I was like, do I put out an album? Do I just put out freestyles? In this day and age, just gonna put out one piece at a time. I don't think anybody's ready for an album yet, but I want to do it one day.
We'll be waiting.
You'll be the first to hear it.
Good.
Trust me.
I can't wait.
Because you'll tell me the truth.
Congrats on another one, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You
Great to be here.
You are a movie star. And we love you. Idris Elba, everybody. Spell 5.1.